We're going to start this video series by looking at the John Legend song, All of Me. Now, if you don't know the song All of Me, take a second to go check it out and get that melody in your ear. I'll post a link down below in the description to the video so you can check it out. So here I've written the first 9 measures of All of Me, or at least the first 9 measures from when the vocals come in. I'm going to play this for you in a moment at the piano, and as I do, I would like you to think about 2 things. First of all, can you figure out what key this is in? And second of all, how do you come to that conclusion? What clues do you have to figure out what key this is in? So here is the first 9 measures of All of Me. And I just want to point out that moment that I chose to stop, it actually feels like a logical moment to stop. We know that this is not the end of the song, but it feels like we've come to a point of rest. It feels like we've come to the end of a musical idea or a musical phrase. Okay, so now back to the question of what key is this in and how do we figure that out? Well, you may have already noticed that we have a clue. At the beginning of every staff system, we have a key signature. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, the key signature of 4 flats. Now that's a key signature that we have come to associate with the key of A flat major. And in fact, in the bottom staff, I have written out an A flat major scale. Now, one of the things that we know about a major scale is that scale degree 1 is very important. We call scale degree 1 the tonic. And the tonic is special within the scale because the tonic is the note to which all of the other notes are drawn. There's a certain pull or a certain gravity to the tonic, to scale degree 1. So I want to go back now to these first 9 measures of All of Me. And I want to ask the question, what is the tonic of this song, at least as much as we can tell from these first 9 measures? And in this, we really want our ears to guide us. This is going to be 100% our ears guiding us. Well, doesn't it sound like the very last note of this melody is a point of rest? Doesn't it feel like that's the note to which all the other notes are drawn? And when we get to that last note, we feel like we've arrived at our journey. Let me just play the last 4 measures, just so you can get a sense of that. Yes, that sounds like a very satisfying place to end. But there's one thing that's a little bit unusual about this. The note that sounds like the tonic, this very last note, is an F. F, in the key of A flat, is scale degree 6. So notice, John Legend has pulled some kind of magic here where he's made scale degree 6 sound like the tonic note. And just as an experiment, let me play what should be the actual tonic, the A flat, scale degree 1, and see if that sounds really like the tonic in this context. So the A flat doesn't sound bad, but it doesn't sound quite as satisfying as the F does. So somehow, John Legend has made that F sound like it is the tonic. And that changes everything. If F sounds like it's the tonic, that means that F, in essence, is going to be scale degree 1. Now, I just want to point out, we are using all of the notes from, or all of the notes that we are using are all from the key of A flat major. There's no single note that we are using in this song that is outside of the key of A flat major. In fact, if we were to analyze the chords, there are no chords that we are using in this song that are from outside of the key of A flat major. So all that's happening here is that we've shifted our perception of the tonic from being the A flat to being the F. And just for fun, I'm going to write out what would that scale sound like if we started with scale degree 1 on F and made a scale just using the notes that we find in A flat major. What would that sound like? Well, we'd have scale degree 1 as F, scale degree 2 would be G, scale degree 3 would be A flat, and again, I'm using these flats from the key signature. Scale degree 4 would be B flat. Scale degree 5 would be C. Scale degree 6 would be D flat. Scale degree 7 would be E flat, and then finally the F on the top would be scale degree 8, back where we started on F. Let me just play that scale by itself. Notice it's the exact same 7 pitches that we have in the A flat major scale. But just by changing our point of focus, just by changing the note that feels like the tonic, we've totally changed the sound of this scale. And one way that we can characterize that is that the scale starting on F sounds a little bit sadder, a little bit darker, a little bit more melancholy. And we can hear that in All of Me. We can that feeling of a little bit of tinge of sadness or melancholy is present in the song. What we have here is what we're going to be exploring in the rest of the videos in this series. We have our first example of a minor scale.